Quickly looking at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First of all, for the Murray State Aggies out of Tishomingo, Oklahoma, Mark Harrell Jr. is a 6'1" freshman from Wichita Falls, Texas. He averages 5 a game. Derek Guest is from Tulsa, Oklahoma, 6'4" sophomore, averages 12. Lloyd Daniels, also 6'4", a sophomore, averages 19. Adam Nance gives him some size at 6'8", averages 7. And Adam Guro averages 5 points a game. He is a 6'8" freshman from Nigeria. This is a team that shoots 35 threes a game, makes about 10 of them. For the Blue Dragons, Saquon Singleton, 6'6" youngster from the Bronx, New York, averaging 7. Fred Othiambo, 7-footer from Kenya. He's a freshman, averages 9 points a game. He also has 13 blocked shots in the Dragons' 5 wins. Chris Giles is from Dallas, Texas, 6'3", a sophomore, averaging 14. Raekwon Taylor and James Rojas, both back from last year's national tournament team. Raekwon from Jamaica, New York, averaging 9. James Rojas from Jamestown, New York. He's the Blue Dragons' highest scorer so far this season. He averages 18.
And we got some news about James Rojas this week as he has signed his national letter of intent to go to Buffalo, New York and be part of that Buffalo Bulls team that's ranked in the top 25 right now.
That will make his mother happy. I remember when she came to the sports arena when the Blue Dragons were recruiting James Rojas. She's a very, very nice lady, and good that James is going to be close enough that she can watch.
And that's a team that has aspirations to go deep into the NC2A tournament. Remember last year they knocked out Arizona in March Madness. So it's a good program for James Rojas. Congratulations to him and his entire family.
Blue Dragons decked out in red uniforms with blue numbers, and the Murray State Aggies, they are in white with blue numbers, red trim, and we are about ready for basketball. Again, Glenn Grunwald is tied up with national tournament basketball. It'll be Coach Knack and I tonight for this game and tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 when the Dragons meet Lebec. Tap is up, and it's controlled by the Dragons. Big Fred handles and puts it in the hands of Chris Giles. And Giles brings it up the floor, working away from Coach Steve Eck here in the first half. Dragons have it on the left wing. Bring it back to the point to Giles. Now they go inside. Raekwon Taylor tries to go inside, and it's knocked loose, knocked out of bounds. 9 on the shot clock. Dragons will inbound.
That Murray State 2-3 zone looks pretty active right now.
Glad to see the Dragons get a chance against the zone, and there is a turnover on the Dragons. Saquon Singleton called for a travel in the lane. So for the Aggies, it is Lloyd Daniels, team's leading scorer, that handles, works to the right side of the floor on the dribble, pulls up, fires from 15 and hits. Lloyd Daniels makes it 2-0. Murray State. Dragons back up the floor. Rojas tries to drive, and a foul called quickly. A reach in on Murray State, and that will go on Lloyd Daniels.
19:16 remaining in the first half, and Daniels, the leading scorer, already picked up a foul.
Dragons inbound. Saquon Singleton backs it out of there, looks at the zone, goes down on the baseline to Rojas. Rojas backs in, goes underneath, puts it off the window, and ties the game.
Impressive spin move on that dribble.
So it is a pair each. A little over a minute gone. This time handling is Mark Harrell. On the high post to Adam Nance. Now back in the hands of Daniels. Yeah, on the right side of the floor, it's Derek Guest with it. Daniels has it. Shot clock at 10. Dragons defending man-to-man. Try to double team. There's a drive to the basket, and the shot doesn't go. And the rebound taken away by the Dragons. So Hutchinson looking for its first lead of the game. Plays it in the right-hand corner. Rojas handles it there. Tosses it down on the baseline. Raekwon Taylor back to Big Fred, and Othiambo scores in close. So it is a 4-2 contest. A couple of minutes gone. Daniels works the right side of the floor. Comes to the top of the key. Now works left. Gives it up to Derek Guest. Dragons man-to-man. Now Mark Harrell with it. Back to Guest. Medium range jumper misses. Gets his own rebound. Slips inside. Othiambo blocks one side and then gets a block on the other side. And the ball comes off to the Dragons. Penetration by Giles, knocked out of his hands, out of bounds.
Othiambo certainly makes a difference.
Yes, he does.
Around that basket.
But he is fouled. And James Rojas, who's a good free throw shooter, will shoot a pair. Dragons lead at 4-2, just underway from the power plant in El Dorado. But it is not Hutch and Butler. It is Hutch and Murray State. Rojas free throw. Bragged on him to miss.
That's only the third miss from the free throw line all season for James Rojas. Up until that one, he had made 14 out of 16 for 87%.
Another charity coming. This one also pops out. So 0 for 2 for Rojas and a rebound taken away by Murray State. It is Harrell, guarded by Singleton. Harrell bounces it to the high post, gets it back. Backhand pass, a little bit too fancy. He was trying to get it back to Lloyd Daniels, threw it over his head, and it's out of bounds to Hutch.
Unnecessarily fancy, and it resulted in a turnover.
Giles for the Dragons, now Singleton, now Rojas. Rojas very active, drives inside to Taylor in the corner. Taylor to the basket, tried to dunk it, lost it, and throws it out of bounds. Came off the heel of his hand, and that draws a reaction from Hutchinson coach Steve Eck.
Had he thrown that one down, though, it would have been spectacular.
Yes, it would have, but he didn't get very close.
No.
4-2 count. Murray State with the basketball. High post. Adam Nance turns, faces the basket, fires it to the wing. Now back inside it goes. Drive on the right baseline and a whistle.
I think he just stepped out of bounds on the baseline.
Yeah, it was Adam Guro that stepped out of bounds. Well, we thought this would be a high-scoring game. So far, that has not been the case. Just 6 points produced in 3 minutes of basketball by the two teams combined. Little backcourt pressure, no problem for the Dragons. Boubacar Kamisoko in there now for the Dragons, has it on the point. Tosses it to the left side. Giles penetrates, throws up the shot, doesn't get it, but Fred is there. Othiambo with the follow. So it is 6-2. And Othiambo has a couple of hoops for Hutchinson. Murray State, right side of the floor. Guest fires from long range, doesn't get it. Othiambo grabs the rebound. Singleton pushes, dishes it underneath, backhand layup, blocked. Rojas put it up, got it blocked out of there. Taken away by Murray State. Daniels leaves it for Adam Nance. Deep three, missed. Follow shot underneath, doesn't go for Guro. Rebounded by the Dragons. Running the floor, Singleton. Lost the handle on it, rebounded by Rojas. Creates some space and scores. So Hutchinson with 8, 4 by Rojas, 4 by Othiambo. And a 6-point lead with 4 minutes gone. Off the floor come the Aggies. It is Lloyd Daniels. Daniels leaves it for Guest. Guest tosses it down on the baseline. A baseline jumper will not go for Adam Nance. And again, Othiambo on the glass with the rebound. Ball tossed in the corner. Dragons have it at the offensive lead, a 6-point lead in the first 3 of the game. It is banked in by Chris Giles, who has a big smile on his face that would tell me that was not the way that shot was planned.
The result still counts as 3 points.
So it is 11-2 Dragons in the early stages. First 2 points of the game were scored by Murray State. That's an 11-0 run by the Dragons. Dragons defense pretty good. And they get a takeaway. Ahead to Giles. Giles flies by his defender, lays it up and in. It's a 13-0 run, and that's going to bring a timeout. 5 minutes gone in this basketball game. Hutchinson 13, Murray State 2. This will be a 1-minute timeout.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off their great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Next Tech Wireless has plans for every lifestyle, including our new and improved Advanced Pay Plan. Get the nationwide coverage and data you want without a commitment. Plans start at $30 per month, and you can get unlimited everything for as low as $35 per month. Activate a new Advanced Pay Plan and receive a free Moto G4 Play. Or receive your first month free when you purchase a new phone or bring your own phone. 'Tis the season for savings. Visit Next Tech Wireless today. Certain restrictions apply.
Impressive 5 minutes of basketball, both offensively and defensively for the Blue Dragons, who are looking for their 6th win in as many games. They lead at 13-2. High post, it is Adam Gurrow. Now they toss it to the wing to Nance. Nance drives inside, got the ball knocked loose. Dragons try to save it and do. Nice hustle, and they saved it back into the playing area, though, and it was taken away by Murray State. They're going to get a couple of free throws as a result of it. It was good effort by Rojas on the sideline to try to save it, but he saved it back underneath the other team's basket. Not necessarily a good idea. 2 free throws coming for Guru. First one is good.
Came into the game just a 44% free throw shooter. So go figure. James Rojas comes in at 87% and misses 2. And this one goes the other way.
The foul, by the way, is on Fred Othiambo, and he has been a big factor for Hutchinson. Second free throw, carbon copy of the first. And it is a 13-4 game. That snaps a 13-0 run for the Dragons, who work against pressure, don't have any problem. Singleton has it, tosses it in the middle to Raekwon Taylor. Taylor trying to create some space. Gets it out to Giles. Giles looks at a 3, thinks better of it. Flips it to Taylor at the free throw line. Now right-hand corner, and the jumper comes from there. It is missed. A 3-point try won't go for Singleton. But the outlet pass is stolen away. Dragons get it back, and Singleton says, look what I found. He gets an easy one inside. 15-4, Hutchinson. Handling the basketball for the Aggies. On the floor for the first time, that's Kyle Murray. Comes back to Corey McLeish. He fires up a 3. It is good. McLeish's 3 makes it a 15-7 contest. 13:45 to play in the first half. Rusty Hilston, Dan Nacarado with you for this broadcast of Blue Dragon basketball. Still the zone defense. Rojas has it in the corner. Back to Singleton. High post. Back out front. Shot from the free throw line is off the mark. Missed by Tommy Soko and rebounded out by Murray State. Daniels works between the rings with 13:20 to play in the first half. Maintains his dribble, switches hands, comes top of the key, goes back left to Nance. Nance has shown a willingness to shoot the long shot, doesn't take it here. Shot clock at 9. Daniels has it, finds an avenue to the basket, throws it up with the left hand, doesn't get it, misses a follow shot of his own miss, and the Dragons come away with the rebound. Raekwon Taylor with it. Now it is Giles, back to Taylor, works that left baseline, drives underneath, too far under, tries to throw it out in front. This is going to be over and back on the Blue Dragons.
Just ran out of space on the baseline, and he had jumped, and once you're in the air, you can't change directions.
Saved it out front, and there wasn't a Dragon home. So it'll be played in on the side by Murray State. Hutchinson 15-7.
Murray State College colors look almost exactly the same as Hutchinson's red, white, and blue.
Now don't be confusing. Ball tossed in to Lloyd Daniels. Daniels has it between the rings. Gives it off to Goro. Big kid from Kenya puts it on the floor. Goes to Nance on the right side. Jumper right baseline off the mark. Rebounded by DJ Mitchell, who just came in for the Dragons. DJ off the bench, averaging 16 points a game. He is not really a substitute. He's just another starter that doesn't get to.
Normally gives the Blue Dragons an offensive shot of adrenaline.
Now it is Malik Jacobs, drives in, puts an underhand teardrop up in the lane and scores it. Not an easy shot, working across the lane from left to right, kind of scooped it up with the right hand, and it is 17-7. Three-point try, Murray State off the mark. Dragons scrambling for the rebound. Still they fight for it. Murray State comes up with it. Nice effort by Kyle Murray. Gets it off to Nance, and his shot is good. Oh, it was Lloyd Daniels that got the basket. I stand corrected. 17-9. Dragons get it into Raekwon Taylor. Got hit on the chops as he went to the basket. And that'll be, I don't think they'll rule that in the act of shooting. Adam Goro with the foul. Dragons will inbound baseline right. Little over 8 minutes gone.
Need to reset the shot clock to 20. So that's what the whistle is about.
All right, they have done so, and DJ Mitchell will inbound for the Blue Dragons. Baseline right. Gets it to Rojas. Rojas in traffic. Bounces inside. Muscles it up and in. Quite a shot by James Rojas. High off the window. 19-9 Hutch. Mark Harrell. Top of the key. Tosses it left-hand corner. Lob goes inside to Goro. Across the lane. And McLeish misses in close. Dragons rebound the miss. There's a jump stop. Inside it goes, and a foul called as Rojas goes up to try to flush it. He got fouled. He'll have to earn it at the free throw line. Adam Goro got his second foul. Rojas will get a couple of free throws.
I'm betting James gets back on the make the free throw bandwagon here.
First one is good. Rojas with 7 points early leads the Dragons in scoring in this game as he does on the season, where his average is 18 per outing. Second free throw up. Carbon copy of the first.
That's more typical of what we've seen out of James from the free throw line.
So the Dragons with an early lead by a dozen, 21-9. Guest drives down the left side of the lane, lost the handle line. Taken away. It is Giles with it. Toshes it ahead. DJ Mitchell scores, got fouled. He'll get a chance for a three-point play. Mitchell got hit pretty hard. Still had enough muscle to get it into the basket. Foul is on Kerry McLeish. And DJ Mitchell with a chance to put the Dragons up by 15.
Dragons are 10 of 17 from the field.
They're getting good shots. Mitchell hits the free throw. And it is 24-15, or 24-9, a 15-point edge.
Compare that to the Aggies, 3 of 16 from the field.
Difference in the quality of shots these two teams are getting at the moment. For the Aggies, they jump one up out of the corner. It is missed, but offensively rebounded by Derek Guest. Aggies hang on to it. Guest on the sideline. Gets it off to McLeish, drives inside, turns it over ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive, left hand layup is good. DJ off the bench to score 5. That's going to bring another timeout. Blue Dragons dialing it 26-9 with 10:22 to go. And Coach Kevin O'Connor will spend his second full timeout. We return in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Brian Bobo, General Manager at Midwest Ford. We understand that when looking for a new vehicle, there are many options and it can get overwhelming. We're here to help you through that process. We can find the vehicle that fits your needs and budget. I have a brand new 2018 Ford Focus SE for only $14,720. That's over $6,500 off the MSRP. And if it's a larger SUV you're looking for, we have select brand new 2018 Expeditions with over $12,000 off MSRP. Come see us today at 1100 East 30th or online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
At Strategic Financial Concepts, we realize that your essential income during retirement should be accessible, efficient, reliable, predictable, and protected from uncertainties. There may be more to be gained by avoiding losses than by picking apparent winners. When it comes to your finances, our lives are governed by cash flow and not the accumulation of assets. This is Jay Pitzer, and I'd love to have a cup of coffee and a conversation with you. Call 96-007-49. Securities offered through the ON Equity Sales Company, member FINRA, SIPC, investment advisory services offered through ON Investment Management Company.
Well, Coach Knack, the Blue Dragons average 100 points a game. They're on a 100-plus point pace so far in this one, 26-9.
They take good shots on the offensive end, and they play really good, solid defense on the other end.
Harrell gets rid of it, gets it back, leaves it for Kyle Murray, who puts up a three and knocks it down. Just his fourth made tray of the basketball season. 26-12, halfway through the first half. Still the zone defense on the point. Kami Soko gets rid of it, gets it back, plays to the right side. There's a drive from the right side, and the ball blocked away. But the Dragons come up with it, and score ends close. And it was Malik Jacobs getting the deflection and converting it underneath the basket. 28-12, Hutchinson. Backhand pass. Inside, recovered, now loose in the corner. Taken away by the Blue Dragons. Up the floor comes Hutchinson in a hurry. Jacobs on the side, back out front, deep three. Missed by DJ Mitchell. Rebounded out Murray State. Jumper from the free throw line won't fall for Kyle Murray. And the Dragons have the rebound. 9 minutes to play in the first half, 28-12. 2-3 zone defense. Penetration, dish down underneath. Raekwon Taylor got loose, got too far under, but managed to get it off to Josh Perkins. Just on the floor, Josh Perkins scores, and it's 30-12.
Josh Perkins did a good job of finding the opening right in front of the rim, and his teammate found him.
Mark Harrell. Now off to McLeish, drives baseline left, misses it, rebound tapped out front, kept alive. A jumper off the baseline by Kyle Murray is not good. Now the Dragons have the board, and Hutchinson goes to work with an 18-point lead, 30-12. Top of the key, Mitchell, they come out and cover him. Dragons play it on the side. Now into Jacobs, turnaround shot from 10, missed badly. Rebounded out by Murray State. At the controls, Kyle Murray. Tosses it cross court. McLeish open, fires up a left-hand three. Not good. Rebound tapped around. And Murray State gets it back, and then one pass too many creates a turnover. Hutchinson will have the basketball.
Murray State College, 7 turnovers already. Almost 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Excellent guard play. They rebound it well. They shoot it well. This is a Hutchinson Blue Dragon team that's very formidable.
Very aggressive. Love to take it to the basket. They have not done a whole lot of settling in this game for jump shots.
They have not had to. And, you know, the thing that really impresses me is it's a pretty unselfish team. They find the open man.
On the floor for the Blue Dragons for the first time tonight, Tyler Brown, and the young man from Derby brings it across the half-court line with a pass to Malik Jacobs. Now DJ Mitchell on the right side of the floor, back out front, off to Tyler Brown. Left side, it is Jacobs. Top of the key, Ball handled by DJ Mitchell. Dragons working it against the zone. Get it inside to Perkins. Perkins muscles it up. Doesn't quite get it. Good idea. Got his glasses knocked loose. And the ball taken away by Murray State. Derek Guest takes it to the side. McLeish drives by his defender, and by so doing, draws a foul. DJ Mitchell picks up the foul. That is just the second on the Blue Dragons in this basketball game. Baseline inbounds. Adam Guro playing with a couple of fouls. Tries to back in against Perkins. Gets by him, reverses it up, doesn't get it. Rebound ricocheted away. Perkins kept it alive. Tapped out. Dragons come up with it. There's a drive down the lane. Bubakar Komasoko with a nice drive down the lane. Gets his first basket. And it is 32-12.
I like the way you call that name, Rusty.
There are names that are fun to say. That would be one of them. This young man from the Bronx, New York. Kerry McLeish drives down the right side of the lane, tries to bounce it underneath. He was anticipating a cut to the basket by Kyle Murray. Murray couldn't get to it, and out of bounds it goes.
Turnover number 8 forced by this Blue Dragon defense. Murray State College they're up against a very good team today.
Tyler Brown controls out front. Gives it off to Jacobs. Jacobs drives all the way to the hoop. Didn't get it high enough on the glass. Rebound tapped out. Long outlet pass to Murray State, and they'll get a flush at the other end from Derek Guest. 32-14. 6.5 to play.
That was the most high percentage shot that Murray State College has taken.
Brown drives inside, tries to get it in the hands of Josh Perkins. He wasn't ready for it. Out of bounds it goes.
Just the third turnover committed by the Blue Dragons.
Chris Giles returns for Hutchinson and Bubakar. Kamisoko sits down. Hutchinson comfortable, up 18. Clock working toward the 6-minute mark of the first half. Boyd Daniels off to Kyle Murray. Back to Daniels on the left side. Drives into the paint, muscles it up in the lane, doesn't get it, but he'll get a pair of free throws. Hacked on the arm. Young man from Amherst, Massachusetts, strong. Lloyd is from Colts Neck, New Jersey, but he is equally strong. And a free throw is good. Hutchinson foul was the first of the game on Tyler Brown. No Blue Dragon with more than one foul. Another free throw by Daniels. It is good. And the team's leading scorer on the season at 19 points per game leads Murray State in scoring here with 6. There's a backdoor play by the Dragons and a foul. Foul will go against Adam Guro. It'll be his third. Dragons slipped DJ Mitchell behind the defense. Didn't get the shot to fall, but he'll get a couple of free throws.
How about that first step by DJ Mitchell on the baseline? He covered a lot of ground in a hurry.
DJ, an 80% free throw shooter, left it short. Dragons have been good in a lot of categories, ordinary at the free throw line. Second shot. This one is good. 33-16. Exactly 6 minutes to play in the first half. Rusty Hilst, Dan Nacarado with you from the power plant in El Dorado. Up the floor comes Daniels. Works to the left side. Out front it goes. Now it's in the hands of Kyle Murray. Back to Daniels. Shovels it down on the baseline to Henderson. Dragons try to trap in the corner. Pass comes out front, and the three-point try is missed, but offensively rebounded by Murray State, but not able to keep his balance and falling to the floor with it, and being called for a travel is Adam Nance.
One of those hard luck plays for Nance, where he hustled to get the rebound, but then he couldn't keep his balance and was whistled for a turnover.
Chris Giles takes it to the right side, gives it to Malik Jacobs. Dragons reverse it to the left side of the floor. Singleton has it. Singleton goes baseline, slips underneath the basket, reverses it up and in. Pretty move by Saquon Singleton. 35-16 Dragons lead it by 19. 5:05 to play as the jumper is taken off the right wing. It is missed by Murray. Rebounded out by the Dragons. Jacobs flies up the floor, gives it off to a driving Tyler Brown for the lay-in. Dragons sharing the basketball beautifully in this game. Lead at 37-16. 4:50 to play, first half. Guest on the right side. Tries to work inside. Goes up high to Adam Nance. Back on the wing. Now it's Daniels with it. Daniels can't get a shot up. Tosses it outside. A shot is taken and missed. Rebounded by the Dragons off the miss by Guest. Long pass to forecourt. Singleton handle. Nice bounce pass inside, but a little too fancy. It's going to go out of bounds. Touched last, I think, by a Blue Dragon. Nice effort on the baseline by Murray State. They were able to ricochet it off Chris Giles.
I'm not sure how the officials saw fit to award that basketball back to the Blue Dragons.
I don't know either, but that's what they're going to do.
Perhaps the Murray State College player stepped out of bounds when he went to save it.
Yep. Big Fred Othiambo back in there for the Dragons. Singleton has it on the left side. Now to Brown, top of the key. Now Giles drives into the free throw line. Little jumper won't fall. And a rebound quickly taken by Lloyd Daniels. Daniels for Murray State. Cross court, that's Derek Guest with it. Guest backs out at the free throw line. Plays it to Shamario Stevens. Baseline jump, missed. Rebounded by Rojas for the Dragons. Quickly off to Singleton. Under 4 minutes to play first half. Singleton stops at the top of the key to Giles on the outside. Still the 2-3 zone defense. Rojas wants to drive. Gives it back to the outside to Tyler Brown, and a defender jumps into him. That'll be Derek Guest picking up his first foul.
Brown will get to go to the free throw line as that's the 7th team foul committed by the Aggies. So Tyler Brown, an outstanding free throw shooter, gets to take a try at 1-1. We got to see quite a bit of Tyler Brown the last couple of seasons
first
in high school
Valley
basketball.
Center. Wasn't that where we ran into him the first
certainly
time?
was.
Valley Center, and then he moved on to Derby.
If I remember right, that overtime game we watched at Valley Center, Tyler Brown put up over 40 points.
I think he had 41, but it was won by a Holmberg shot in overtime for Hutchinson. Brown went 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Blue Dragons 38. The Aggies of Murray State 16.
Tyler Brown played at Valley Center as a junior, then transferred to Derby as a senior.
Shot off the baseline, missed by Shamario Stevens. Rebounded out by the Dragons. Tyler Brown flies up the floor down the side of the lane, kicks it back. And now a drive down the lane, a dish to the side. I think that was going to be an alley-oop. Didn't work. Deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dragons, who'll play in with 20 seconds to play.
It was a pass to Big Fred, an alley-oop pass, but Big Fred was getting in rebounding position, so the ball got deflected out of bounds.
Inside to Rojas. Rojas muscles free on the baseline. He does that as well as anybody you'll see. And he's the first Blue Dragon in double figures with 10. 40-16, 3 minutes to play first half. Shamario Stevens out between the rings on the right side to Derek Guest. Dragons have been man-to-man throughout. In the corner, it's Adam Nance.
Suffocating man-to-man defense.
Yeah, Dragons are really playing good defensive basketball. McLeish drives, gives it off to Daniels. Back to Nance, open look at 3, and he buries it. Adam Nance, his 9th made 3 of the basketball season, first in this game, 40-19. Rojas wants to drive, having trouble handling, retrieves, gets it back to Tyler Brown. Now off to Chris Giles. Giles goes behind a pick, back to Rojas. Rojas bounces inside, tries to backhand a pass to Big Fred, and it's knocked out of bounds.
These Blue Dragons are just so difficult to defend because so many guys can beat their opponent off the dribble and create a shot.
Dragons inbound, left of their offensive basket, 7 to shoot. Ball comes in to Singleton. Not sure they realize what the clock situation is. Rojas puts up a floater, doesn't get it. Tries a tip, doesn't get that. Battles, comes up with a rebound. Gives it off to Othiambo, lost it off his knee. They scramble for it, and it's taken away by Murray State. Aggies up the floor, down 40-19, inside 2 minutes to play. Ball goes to the corner where Daniels is cut off, has to bring it back out front. Dragon scoring pace has definitely slowed down, but still a comfortable lead. Shot out of the corner, another 3, Good again by Adam Nance. His second made three, and all of a sudden it's 40-22. Giles penetrates, takes it to the window, misses, but Big Fred on the follow. Othiambo with his 6 point makes it 42-22.
Excellent offensive glass work by Othiambo.
Handling is Daniels. Gives it off to the wing, and a three-point try is missed by McLeish. Rebounded by Othiambo to Rojas. Rojas now down on the baseline. Almost one pass too many. Retrieved by Tyler Brown. Drives inside. Around the ring twice. And good.
Acrobatic finish by Tyler Brown.
44-22. The Dragons doubling up Murray State. Aggies put up another three-point try. It is no good. Rebound grab. Toss ahead. Giles behind everybody. Has the lay-in for the Dragons. 7 for Chris Giles. 40 seconds to play first half. 46-22 Hutch. Lloyd Daniels fouled out front. Overly aggressive Chris Giles. That's just the fourth team foul on the Blue Dragons.
4 different Blue Dragons with just 1 foul apiece.
Ball will be inbounded by McLeish. Comes in to Daniels. Not much difference between shot clock and game clock. Ball goes in the corner. And back out front, where it's in the hands of McLeish. McLeish plays off to the side. The three-point try is missed by Daniels, and Karam's out of bounds. It'll be played in by the Dragons with 12.2 remaining in the first half.
Dragons have enough time to tack on another basket before the end of the first half. Official Scott Sloyer is questioning whether there should, in fact, still be 12 seconds remaining on the game clock.
Yeah. What they did is the shot clock was what got messed up.
Yep.
Singleton has it for the Dragons, bounces inside, scores. Saquon with his third basket. 48-22, long heave from half court, doesn't go. And the Blue Dragons dominate in the game's first 20 minutes. At the halftime break, Hutchinson 48 and Murray State 22. We'll pause a couple of minutes, be back with the first half Medicine Shop game capsule and our halftime presentation. Back in 2.
First National Bank is always open. We've made it easier than ever.
Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
You're listening to Blue Dragon Basketball on KHUG Hutchinson and KWBW Hutchinson.
For over 15 years, Erickson Custom Building has designed, built, and remodeled homes and commercial projects in central Kansas. Whether you're looking to replace a deck, wanting to build an addition, or remodel your kitchen, our customers receive individualized attention, quality craftsmanship, and exceptional customer service from start to finish. Erickson Custom Building offers new construction and remodeling services in addition to commercial and insurance projects. Visit our website today at ericksoncustombldg.com.
The Hutch Medicine Shop and the Hutch Blue Dragons have a lot in common. In addition to our logos both being blue, all 3 pharmacists at the Medicine Shop graduated from HCC. Rick Stone in 1984, Brent Bauman in 2001, and Lacey Stone in 2007. In fact, the Medicine Shop has employed over a dozen HCC students over the past 15 years who are now Kansas pharmacists. The Medicine Shop and the Blue Dragons working together as one team.
It is halftime in El Dorado, and the Blue Dragons comfortable as Hutchinson leads Murray State out of Tishomingo, Oklahoma, by 26, 48-22. Well, Coach Knack, I'm going to put you on the spot. I woke up this morning wide awake at 5 a.m. with an epiphany.
An epiphany, I like those.
You know what an epiphany is, don't you?
I do. I've been to Mass many times.
My epiphany was the fact that I woke up with the realization that I've been talking about the medicine shop, talking to you since early in the football season about why you ought to go down to the medicine shop and see if they can help you out with your Medicare Part D coverage. If you're going to make any changes in your coverage, it has to be done by December 7th. And, folks, that's not very far away. Well, I woke up this morning with the realization I've been telling you to do it, and I hadn't done it myself. I took care of it. I called the medicine shop, 620-663-7681, talked to Brent, who's one of 3 outstanding pharmacists there, and Brent said, I'll get it taken care of and get back to you next week. Now, what he's going to do for me is take a look at all the medications that I take, look at the Medicare plans out there that are available, and he'll come back and he'll give me my top 2 or 3 options in terms of saving money. I can make the choice, but at least it's an informed one. Just another of a batch of great services provided by the medicine shop.
Well, I'm glad you had the epiphany, Rusty. Those are always good when they pop into your mind. Let's look at the scoring for Murray State College Aggies first. Leading the way with 6 points, their leading scorer on the season, Lloyd Daniels. He averages 18, almost 19 points a game. The Blue Dragons held him to 6 in the first half. 3 points for Kerry McLeish. 3 points for Kyle Murray. 6 points for Adam Nance, who made 2 3-pointers on back-to-back possessions. 2 points for Derek Guest. 2 for Adam Goro, who had to sit much of the first half with 3 personal fouls. 22 points for the Murray State Aggies. They shot 7 of 35 from the field, so the Blue Dragon defense held the Aggies to just a mere 20% from the field in that first half. For the Blue Dragons, leading the way, James Rojas. He's been the leading scorer for the Blue Dragons on the season. He averages 18 points a game. In the first half tonight, or this afternoon, he has 10 points. 6 points for Saquon Singleton. Boubacar Kamasoko scored 2. Fred Othiambo with 6 points. Chris Giles put in 7. DJ Mitchell with 6. Tyler Brown scored 5 points. Malik Jacobs with 4. Josh Perkins with 2. It adds up to 48 points for the Hutchinson Blue Dragons, who were 21 of 33 from the field. That's a blistering 63.6% field goal shooting. They missed a few free throws. They were 5 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half, so they actually shot a higher percentage from the field than they did the free throw line, which is unusual because this is a decent free throw shooting team. Blue Dragons lead this one at halftime in every statistical category that you look at. Dragons with 23 rebounds compared to only 17 for the Aggies. Murray State College committed 9 turnovers, Hutchinson only 4. And Hutchinson leads this one 48-22.
We're going to take a couple of minutes. We'll be back with more from El Dorado. Hutchinson at halftime, 48-22 over Murray State. Back in 2.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. This is Derek Fees. Let APAC Kansas Shears Division help you properly maintain these investments. Patching, crack filling, sealing, and striping are just some of the services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112. Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Just when you thought you were done with taxes, you got a letter from the IRS. Maybe you're being audited, or maybe you filed for an extension and still need some tax help. We at H&R Block are there for you. We don't stop working on April 15th. Our tax professionals are here to help you year-round. So if you have tax issues you need a hand with, even if H&R Block didn't do your taxes the first time around, visit our offices in Hutchinson, Lyons, or Ellsworth and let our experienced tax professionals help get you every dollar you deserve.
The Rothy family name has always been connected to serving the Hutchinson community, and you can expect the same kind of high-quality service when you visit Rothy Family Flooring. They believe you deserve to be treated like family, so they've invested in their own talented and trustworthy installers to lay your floors. No outside contractors will ever knock on your door if Rothy works for you. Let them show you their expansive selection of name brand flooring and trust your home to the best. Rothy Family Flooring, 325 North Main, Hutchinson.
We understand. You can't plan ahead for an illness or injury, yet you'd really like same-day treatment. That's why Prairie Star offers walk-in clinic services with a responsive medical staff to care for you and your family.
Yes, we want to be your medical home.
Welcome to Prairie Star Health Center and walk-in clinic, whether you have insurance or not. 30th and K61 in Hutchinson.
It is a basketball game that from a Murray State standpoint is likely out of reach. Although a couple of years ago we saw the Blue Dragons trail at halftime by a bunch here, trailed by 26 in the second half, came back to win an exciting game.
I don't think that may have been the understatement of the decade to say that was an exciting game.
Yeah. Coach Kevin O'Connor stuck with that zone defense, Coach Knack, throughout just about all of the first half. When you trail 48-22, do you change something, or do you realize that if you try to play the Dragons man-to-man, it's probably just going to get worse?
Well, I think in this case it would probably just get worse if Murray State College tried to match up with these Hutchinson Blue Dragons man-to-man. Now, what Hutchinson has done a very good job of in this first half is they've been finding almost man-to-man type matchups, even though Murray State College is playing a zone, and the Blue Dragon players are just so quick off the dribble that they can usually get around a player and find their way to the rim.
I think the ceiling for this Hutchinson team is very, very high indeed. It is easy to look out there and see these kids and how well they play and forget that there are only 2 returnees back on this team from a year ago, 3 sophomores in all. This is a basketball team that just from the standpoint of getting more and more experience figures to get lots better yet.
You know, these are the type kids that really love basketball. Every player on this Blue Dragon team, they are the type guys that call one of the assistant coaches and they find a way to get in the sports arena and shoot baskets at 11:30 at night, which you'd much rather have a guy that wants to get in the gym and shoot baskets at 11:30 at night than play video games or do something else at that time of night.
Blue Dragons have played one pretty tough opponent. That was NEO. Dragons won that one 68-54 after trailing in the first half by as much as 12. That was a matchup against the team that played a good, solid zone defense. Dragons came back to win that by 14. That same NEO team playing at home got a win over Coffeyville this week. Coffeyville had just beaten a couple of really good teams out of Iowa, including, I believe, was it Three Rivers? I'm not sure. One of those really good Iowa teams. And then went to NEO and lost a close game.
Well,
so that's a quality win.
Absolutely. That's a good yardstick. The Blue Dragons struggled offensively in the first half of that game, but what impressed me was they made some adjustments and they came out and they really were impressive in the second half of that basketball game.
My memory is coming back to me. Sometimes it takes a little bit of it takes a while to get into the right filing cabinet. That was Indian Hills that Coffeyville defeated.
Indian Hills is pretty good almost every single year, so that's pretty impressive that Coffeyville beat them, and then the team that Hutchinson beat by 14 defeated Coffeyville. It's a strong conference.
It really is. And we are not yet into conference play. That's one more week, and then the conference will get started. For the Blue Dragons, it'll start with a trip to Coffeyville. That will not be easy. Jay has a terrific basketball team there. Make no mistake about that. Let's change topics. December the 2nd, I think, is the date. Saturday, December 2nd, Salt City Bowl. The matchup became available to us this week. It'll be Hutchinson Community College against Navarro, Texas.
Navarro, Texas comes in 6-4, but I'll tell you what, even if they have 4 losses, they played some pretty tough competition along the way. That could be an intriguing matchup for Hutchinson to host that Salt City Bowl.
So often those games, and particularly if it's a game in which the weather isn't absolutely wonderful, which is frequently the case on the first Saturday in December in Hutchinson, Kansas, so often those games go to the team that wants to play the hardest.
That's exactly right, because you're at that time of the year where these guys have been practicing since the first week of August.
Now, you're going to correct me on the date, aren't you?
Well, I was just hoping that you might notice that yourself.
Make the correction. It's the first Saturday in December, always.
So that'll be December 1st.
All right.
But I had to check. I had to check the calendar because you were just going off the cuff, and I could not remember.
All right, again, here at halftime, it is 48-22. We'll tell you a couple of games next week for the Blue Dragons, one on Tuesday. Earlier this season, Hutchinson got a win at Northern Oklahoma, Enid, 109-68. That's the only true road game the Dragons have played. This is the third game the Dragons have played that on what amounts to a neutral site. They're not playing the home team. But anyhow, Northern Oklahoma College Enid pays the Dragons a return visit to the arena. That one on Tuesday at 7:30. Then on Saturday, the Dragons have another home game, Heston at 7:30.
That tip-off could be a few minutes later than that because the Blue Dragon women will play
basketball.
On Tuesday, November 20th, the Blue Dragon women will play at 5:30 versus Lamar at the Sports Arena. And then on Saturday, the 24th, the Blue Dragon women are playing Heston also.
And a lot of people say as impressive as the Blue Dragon men are, Blue Dragon ladies might be just as good.
They're in action tomorrow at Central College in McPherson. We'll be over here watching the Blue Dragon men play Labette at, is that a 3?
That's a 3:30 game.
3:30 game. So and we'll be here. Dial us in.
All right. We hope a lot of you will join us for that one. I think tomorrow's opponent for the Blue Dragons, Murray State, capable of giving the Dragons a good test.
Labette
tomorrow. Murray State tonight. Labette tomorrow, capable of giving the Dragons a good test. They have a win over Independence. They could have beaten Allen County pretty easily. They're 5-2. Should be a good one. Ready for the second half here.
If you're wondering where Tishomingo, Oklahoma is, that's down in the southern part of Oklahoma, population 3,000, named after the Chickasaw chief who died of smallpox on the Trail of Tears. I don't really know all this stuff off the top of my head. I looked it up on the internet.
I might have to ask for an explanation, Coach. All right. Dragons by a bunch. We're ready to start the second half.
Blake Shelton has property at Tishomingo, Oklahoma.
So the basketball will be played in by Murray State. And we're ready to go. Scott Sloyer, the official, hands the basketball to Lloyd Daniels, who had a good first half with half a dozen. And he inbounds to Harrell. And it'll be Mark Harrell that works it up the floor against the Dragons man-to-man. Left side of the floor, Guest bounces it down on the baseline. Ball tossed out front. Lloyd Daniels able to get to it. Off to Harrell, back to the wing, and a foul drawn by Adam Nance as he tried to drive by Raekwon Taylor. First foul for Raekwon. He's had a very quiet afternoon. Hasn't scored. That's his first scratch in the scorebook, and it's a foul. Baseline inbound. Comes out front. Lloyd Daniels circles between the rings. Goes to the right side. Comes back high. Ball taken away. Stolen by Singleton. Singleton down for showtime. Singleton's basket, his fourth of the game, gives the Dragons half 100. Just barely underway in the second half. Mark Harrell works left to right, tosses down deep. Dragons are napping. A loose in close, but missing. The gimme was Adam Guro. Dragons try to rebound, can't get it. Another chance, this time a foul on the Dragons. Othiambo got a block, but he'll get a foul.
Personal foul number 5, Greg Othiambo. His second personal, second team.
So it will be free throws. And shooting them
Number 32, Adam Goro from Nigeria, who had to sit most of the first half due to foul trouble.
Well, he was 4 out of 9 free throwing coming in, but somebody forgot to remind him of his stats because he is 3 of 3, and all 3 now have been perfect. 4 of 4.
Perhaps it's a case where 9 attempts is just not a big enough sample size to draw any conclusions.
Well, he's now 8 out of 13, and he has improved to about 61%. Dragons with the basketball, working still against that zone. Giles swings it left side into Raekwon Taylor, doubled up in a corner, tries to step through it, and is guilty of the travel. Got trapped in the corner. Good defense by Murray State. Lloyd Daniels came over. Derek Guest helped out. They got the double team, and it winds up being a turnover.
That could be a little bit of an adjustment by the Aggies because I don't recall them ever trapping when the ball went to the corner in the first half.
It is Mark Harrell working against Singleton. High post to Nance. Now handling is Goro. Ball winds up in the hands of Nance on the drive, and as he goes inside, Dragons are on the arm, knock the ball loose. Don't get called for a foul, but it's out of bounds to Murray State. Daniels will play it in. Lobs it out on the wing to Derek Guest. Guest comes top of the key, thought about the three, goes to Harrell. Harrell cross court, and there's the three from the wing, and it's perfect. Nice ball movement, and Derek Guest hits the three-pointer.
It wasn't an easy one because James Rojas contested it.
And the Dragons want a timeout. Hutchinson still leads it 50-27. 18 minutes and change. We're back in half a minute.
When you're looking for jewelry that's one of a kind, remember Amelia Bedelia's filled with thousands of beads and stones. And with my passion for design, I can create something that's perfect for you. Amelia Bedelia's, 115 and a half South Main Street in downtown Hutchinson. Go Blue Dragons.
This is Kelly, owner of Brick House Boutique. Whether you're getting a jump start on your holiday gift buying or you're looking for the perfect outfit for yourself, come see my new selection of gorgeous, comfortable clothing that I know you'll fall in love with. That's Brick House Boutique, 117 South Main in Hutchinson. Big city chic in a downtown boutique.
Well, in the first minute 47 of the second half, Blue Dragons have been outscored. They led by 26 at halftime. Still comfortable, up 50-27. Singleton tosses it underneath, and Raekwon is all alone. And there's the first points of the night for Raekwon Taylor with the flush. 52-27, 2 minutes gone in the second half. Harrell off to Nance. Nance bounces inside, puts it off the window, doesn't get it. Nice rebound, Guro. Off to Guest. Back out front, Harrell has it. Penetrates, dribbles through the lane, guarded by Singleton. Might have gotten away with a travel. Out front, long three, miss, and a rebound to the Dragons. Baseball pass to forecourt. Rojas handles, drives inside, offensive foul. Nice job defensively by Murray State's Mark Harrell. He anticipated a long pass, got back, and no question on the call. Rojas picks up his first foul.
Rojas was just a little bit out of balance as he tried to attack the rim after he made the catch.
For Murray State, Mark Harrell goes behind a pick. Pulls up for three. Got it. Mark Harrell's first three of the game. 52-30. Kind of a mini run here for Murray State. Giles has it. Bounces to Singleton. Down on the baseline. Back out to Singleton. Now Giles with it. Good look at three. Bingo! Chris Giles. Second tray for him. 55-30. And Giles joins Rojas in double figures with 10 each. Boy, Daniels leaves it for Mark Harrell. Takes a return pass on the left wing. Back to Harrell. Now back to Daniels. Daniels tries to penetrate. Can't. Leaves it in the corner. And the shot from the wing is missed by Guest. Rebounded out by the Dragons. Raekwon Taylor came up with it to Giles. Giles accelerates. Tosses it back to the wing. Singleton charges. Goes inside to Othiambo. Off to Rojas. Dragons almost turned it over twice, but maintain the possession.
Some scrappy basketball.
55-30, 13 to shoot. Dragons, Giles fires from the right side. This one too hard. Rebound grabbed by Harrell for Murray State. And behind everybody was Lloyd Daniels, and coming out of nowhere to get the block Giles, wow, knocked it out of bounds.
Chris Giles covered so much ground in a hurry to get over and knock that ball out of bounds. That was impressive.
Looked like it was going to be an easy lay-in. Instead, they have to play it inbounds off the right baseline. They go to the wing. There's a penetration, underhand scoop. Othiambo blocks it. Carroll put it up. Dragons come up with it. Rojas on the drive to the basket. Got it, and he was fouled. There's a beautiful move to the basket by Rojas.
He showed some strength because he took a pretty hard jostle there, was still able to maintain his focus and finish the play.
So Rojas now with a dozen and a free throw coming. Second foul of the game on Derek Guest. We'll be back here tomorrow with Dragon basketball as the free throw by Rojas is good. Hutchinson and Labette tomorrow. Our broadcast will start right at 3:20. Dragons have been comfortable in this one from the early going. There's a move by Daniels, brings it to the wing, and a foul call on the Dragons. It'll go on Othiambo.
Number 3.
Said he slapped him on the face.
Well, maybe
they're showing 2 up there. We'll go with the official stats. Ball comes in to Henderson.
They're showing the foul on 15 instead of 5.
All right. Shot missed by Henderson, rebounded out by the Dragons. Dragons up the floor in a hurry. Singleton drives, scoops, and scores. Saquon now has 10. 60-30, Hutchinson with nearly 5 minutes gone in the second half. Harrell off to Daniels. Daniels down the side of the lane, misses a shot. Rebound ricochets to Murray State. They'll get a second chance. Pass on the baseline, knocked free. Dragons scramble for it. Great effort, but it is retrieved by Mark Harrell. Dragon defense is excellent. Shot off the baseline is missed by Daniels on the run. Rebound grabbed by Othiambo, and Hutchinson has the basketball, leading 60-30. Giles looks at that 2-3 defense. Dragons right now being a little bit more patient with it. Ball goes in the corner to Taylor. Back out front, Rojas. Rojas bounce inside, turned it over. Stolen away, 2-on-1 break situation. Rojas gets back. Shot comes off the underside of the rim. Rebounded by Nance. Still they scramble for it. Hutchinson comes up for it. Ahead to Giles. Giles drives inside, puts it up, doesn't get it. Rebound taken away, and now it is 1-on-1. Down the floor comes Daniels. Daniels drives, muscles it up, doesn't get it, but a foul called on Saquon Singleton.
Saquon Singleton played it as well as it could possibly be played in that situation, though, as he was the only Blue Dragon back to stop the Aggie fast break.
3 new Blue Dragons waiting to check in. 6 minutes gone in the second half. Hutchinson 60, Murray State 30. Dragons headed for a 6-0 beginning to the 2018-19 campaign. We'll hope this campaign doesn't need as many recounts as the one down in Florida did.
If that was the case, we'd have to wait about 14 days to find out who won the game.
Daniels hits the free throw. First of 2, one more coming.
These Blue Dragons play hard on both ends of the court. You know, I got to say, they're as much fun to watch on the defensive end as they are on the offensive end.
They really work hard. They can be as good as they want to be. Daniels hits both free throws. He has 8. Dragons get the basketball, and they're going to work against some full court pressure. Boubacar Komisoko just came in. Gives it off to Jacobs, who almost didn't realize the pass was coming. Dragons hang on to it. They're at the offensive end with still 20 on the shot clock. On the left side of the floor, it's Jacobs. Now they work it right. Now top of the key, Komisoko back to the wing. 3 in the air. Doesn't go. Missed by DJ Mitchell. Rebounded out by Murray State. Murray State accelerating as Murray. Now leaves it for McLeish. McLeish cross court, left side to Harrell. Harrell comes top of the key, spins, tries to bounce it down on the baseline. Goes instead to the wing to Nance. Dragon defense continues to be really good. 10 to shoot. Shot comes out of the corner. It is a 3, and it is good. Beautiful arching three-pointer for Kyle Murray. 60-35. 5-point run for Murray State. Dragon basketball. Playing catch with it out front. Rojas setting up in the middle of that zone. Dragons take it to wing. Good interior passing. Taylor goes up to take a shot on the drive inside. Got blocked, but also was fouled. So Raekwon will get a couple of free throws.
Murray State personal foul number 1, McLeish. His second personal, second team foul.
And Corey McLeish picks up the foul. Raekwon. Free throw is short. One more shot coming for Taylor, who shakes his left hand like he might have gotten it hurt as he got that shot off the baseline and got it blocked. He might have got that wrist bent back a little bit. Second free throw, though, is good. So certainly no permanent damage.
The ball has healing powers.
Yeah.
When you get to shoot a free throw, suddenly you feel better.
61-35 Dragons, just under 13 to play. Rusty Hill, Stan Nacarado with you from El Dorado. Glenn Grunwald, who would normally be with the Dragons in the arena doing basketball. Outside jump is missed, rebounded by the Dragons. DJ Mitchell ahead to Jacobs. Inside, a nice pass. Rojas winds up with the recipient of a great interior pass from Boubacar Comasoko. And Rojas scores the basket, his sixth. He has 15 points, 63-35. There's a drive, and off the glass, a nice move to the basket by Kyle Murray. Murray heating up, has 9.
You think they named the whole college after him?
I doubt it. Rojas goes to Raekwon Taylor. He scores. Beautiful assist to James Rojas. He says, you give me one, I'll go back, but this time the beneficiary is Raekwon Taylor.
Raekwon Taylor, I believe he's increased his vertical leap an inch or two from last season. He can really bounce.
And it is the third foul on Kerry McLeish.
Raekwon Taylor looks strong. You can tell he's ready to play this season.
Taylor's free throw is short. Scramble for the rebound. It's tapped out front, and the Dragons control it. Kamisoko comes up with it. Off to DJ Mitchell. Now the drive comes from the left side. Jacobs goes inside. Ball jarred loose. They scramble for it. Shot is missed in close, and a foul on the rebound. And I think they're going to call this one against Murray State. It'll go on Kyle Murray. Dragons really doing a nice job of rebounding in this game. Won't be any free throws. Dragons will inbound off the baseline. Comes into Mitchell. Mitchell takes a tough follow-away shot, doesn't get it. Rebound inside Rojas, brought it down, lost it. Knocked out of his hands. Break situation. Dragons try to get back defensively. Ball shoveled to the corner. Corner three is up. It is missed, but tapped in beautifully on the follow by Lloyd Daniels. Pretty tip by Daniels. He has 10. 65-39. The teams have played on even terms in the second half. Hutchinson had that 48-22 bulge at the break. Left side of the floor, Raekwon Taylor. Taylor to Rojas. Down on the baseline in the corner. Rojas backing in, spins, goes inside, misses the close range shot. Scramble for the rebound. It is won by Rojas. He got tied up. It'll stay with Hutch. James Rojas is playing hard.
He had to show some determination to earn that possession.
Rojas seemingly has learned to play without fouling. He spent so much of last season in foul trouble. There's a baseline jumper by Taylor. It is good. Two-pointer, about a 15-footer on the left side. Taylor with 7. There's a shot at the other end, missed. The Dragons rebound the miss by McLeish. There's a drive down the right side of the lane to the basket. Easy two for Boubacar Kamisoko. 69-39. 10.5 to play in this basketball game. Dragons will be 6-0 when this one is over. There's a drive. Ball tossed to the corner. A corner three-pointer is good. They've got some shooters on this team. Mark Harrell got the three-pointer. Dragons go back the other direction. Malik Jacobs drives from the free throw line, tosses it off to Rojas. Rojas got blocked from behind. The ball will stay with the Dragons as it goes out of bounds.
The Aggies have made 4 3-point baskets in this half.
Tyler Brown will come in and give Rojas a breather. Raquan Taylor also comes out.
They're playing hard. They earned a little bit of a rest.
Ball inbounded for the Dragons. Jacobs has it with 13 to shoot. Goes behind a Josh Perkins pick. Drives inside, tries to scoop it up, doesn't get it. And a rebound taken away by McLeish. McLeish tosses it ahead to Harrell. Back it goes, and a three-point try by McLeish is missed. Rebounded by Hutchinson. High post bounce pass, sloppy pass. Stolen by Murray State. Pushing it up the floor. Kyle Murray. Dragons get back defensively. Murray State reverses it to the left side of the floor. Back to Daniels on the point. Now it is right wing to Kyle Murray. Dragons are man-to-man. They have been throughout. 9.5 to play in this basketball game. 69-42. Shot from outside is blocked and taken by the Dragons. Murray put it up. Did not get to the basket. Dragons retrieve in Malik Jacobs. Now cross-court pass to Tyler Brown. Back it comes to Jacobs. Now it is DJ Mitchell. Now Brown out of the corner for three. Short. Rebound scramble is on. It's on the floor. They work hard for it. Officials letting them play. Coming up with it, Murray State. Murray State still playing hard. Kyle Murray, jumper from the side, missed. Flat-footed rebound by Josh Perkins for the Dragons. Off to DJ Mitchell. Dragons have hit a scoring lull big time, but still lead by 27. Tyler Brown, top of the key. Leaves it for DJ Mitchell. Mitchell, free throw line jump. Back iron, no good. Rebound Harrell for Murray State. Harrell back the other direction. Drives on Jacobs. Drives by him. Flips a pass out front to Parks. Shot is up, missed. Taken away by Perkins.
Excellent defense by Perkins.
Dragons at the other end. Try to drive inside and trying to dunk it and paying a price as he got swatted on his way to the basket was DJ Mitchell. He came down hard to get free throws. But we're going to have the media timeout. 8:06 to play in this one. 69-42. Dragons shooting free throws when we return to El Dorado in 1 minute.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert F. of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
This is Carter Fowle, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Just before the media timeout, Kerry McLeish picked up his 4th personal foul as he challenged DJ Mitchell on Mitchell's drive to the rim. So that's the 4th foul on Kerry McLeish, who plays for Murray State College.
And DJ Mitchell will get a couple of free throws. Having a chat with Scott Sloyer. The Blue Dragons look like they have fun playing the game of basketball.
That's a good thing because we sure have fun watching them. And we're glad that you're listening. We hope you're having a good time listening to this broadcast.
Why not drive over here tomorrow afternoon? It's about an hour and 15 minutes. Watch the Dragons play a good team from Parsons tomorrow. First free throw is good by DJ Mitchell. Your next chance to watch the Dragons in the sports arena comes Tuesday night. Dragon women at 5:30, Dragon men at 7:30. If you've not seen this group of Blue Dragons, you will be impressed. Second free throw also good by Mitchell. He has 8 for his efforts this afternoon, and it is 71-42. 8 minutes to play. Stay with us after the game. Coach Knack will talk to Steve Eck, the coach of the Blue Dragons. We'll get his ideas. 3-point try by McLeish is missed, and it ricochets out of bounds in the corner to Hutchinson to play in.
Murray State shooting the ball a little bit better in the second half, 6 of 23, but still just 26% for the game.
Tyler Brown, Kamisoko. Now it is Malik Jacobs with it. Jacobs puts it on the floor, leaves it for Kamisoko. Drives inside to Perkins on the wing, back out front, back into Perkins, back to the basket. Backing in, too far under, muscles it up, doesn't get it. Mitchell tried to rebound, got hit in the chops. Dragons come up with it. A shot from the side is up and missing by Malik Jacobs, but a foul will rescue the Dragons. You probably heard the shot clock expire, but it came after the foul.
The shot clock here at the power plant sounds a little bit like a crocodile or something like that, screaming.
Or a tugboat.
Yeah, maybe that's a better explanation.
At the free throw line, Malik Jacobs shoots a pair. Young man from Wilmington, North Carolina, buries the first one. His 5th point of the game. You look at his scoring average of 9, that just starts to tell the story. He leads the Dragons in assists on the season, and he leads the Dragons on the season in steals. Second free throw by Jacobs. Tosses it up. Casually good. 73-42. Dragons with 7 minutes and a little bit more to play. There's a drive from the side, blocked by Othiombo. Dragons rebound. Ahead to Jacobs. Jacobs catches up with it, tries to reverse it up. Not too far under, can't score. Rebound Murray State. They toss it back the other direction, and the jumper is taken from the side. Othiombo tries to rebound the miss, can't. Murray State comes up with it. There's a medium-range jumper that doesn't go, and a whistle on the rebound and a foul. Good offensive board work by Murray State, but that time a little bit too aggressive. Adam Goro draws his 4th foul. Should not result in any free throws.
I think that is the 7th.
That is number 7, so it'll be 1 and 1.
Josh Perkins going to the free throw line for the Blue Dragons.
Big, strong kid from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Free throw is short. Won't be a second. Rebound taken by Murray State. They get it up the floor. Fall down with it. Scramble for the loose basketball. Murray State comes up with it. They're still battling and getting their share of loose balls. And a jumper from the side is good by Adam Nance. His first 2-point basket to go with a couple of trays. 73-44. 6.5 minutes to play in the game. Tyler Brown crosses over out front, off to Jacobs. Jacobs bounced down inside. Othiombo wasn't looking, and out of bounds it goes. Good idea. Big Fred wasn't ready. I say Big Fred, not because of his girth, but because of his length. He is long at 7 foot.
Fred Othiombo stepped. Go ahead.
Dragons get a takeaway. Tyler Brown comes up with it, takes it to the window, doesn't get it. Othiombo tries to follow, doesn't get that. Dragons come away with the rebound. Kamisoko has it out front. We're under 6 minutes to play. Cross court it goes to Malik Jacobs. Jacobs one-hands it back to Brown. Now Perkins has it. Now Kamisoko loads up a 3. Got it. Boubacar with his first tray. 76-44. Hutchinson has been cruising from the outset of this basketball game. Skip pass over the top of the defense. Shot from the corner. You heard Coach X say shooter. Not this time. Nance misses. Dragons rebound. Ball loose. Retrieved by Perkins. Perkins takes it to the basket and got fouled on the way. And you heard Coach Kevin O'Connor say, you missed a travel, and had a very descriptive adjective for the non-call.
That's going to be personal foul number 5 against Kerry McLeish, if that's who they called it on. It is number 5.
Yeah. They need to buzz him out. I don't think anybody realizes it.
I think that Murray State must have made a very fast substitution there that I didn't see.
Free throw is missed by Josh Perkins. fouled in the act of shooting. He has one more coming. Dragons have been okay, but not much better than that at the free throw line in this one. But lead by 32. Second free throw also missed. Rebound taken by Murray State.
That makes him just 7 of 15 from the free throw line in this one.
Daniels leaves it for Harrell. They weave it out front. Winds up in the hands of Daniels. Now out to Harrell. 3, missed. Rebound Perkins. Off to Tyler Brown. Brown takes it down the right side of the floor. Clock at 5 minutes. Now top of the key, Kamisoko. Left side, Jacobs. Jacobs drives by his man, puts it up off the glass, scored it. Malik Jacobs has 8. 78-44. And we have a stoppage of play. One official was getting a little tired of the verbal barrage he was getting from Kevin O'Connor. He may have called a technical foul. We do have a technical foul, and a timeout is taken. While they sort things out, we'll let things cool down here for 30 seconds and be right back.
Vehicles are getting pretty smart these days with semi-automatic control features that make driving easier. But riding an RCAT vehicle is easier yet. You don't have to do a thing. Just stand along the route, wave your hand at the driver, and hop on. RCAT is first come, first served general public transportation that travels throughout Hutchinson and South Hutchinson hourly, on weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 694-2913 for further information.
Well, Coach Knack, the official, making it quite clear that that technical was on the coach.
It was a very clear and concise technical foul call.
And it started when Coach O'Connor thought there was a traveling call missed by the official. Prior to that, he had been pretty quiet. And then as we came down the floor, Coach O'Connor made some magical comment.
The magic word.
That tipped the scales to too much. Tyler Brown free throws. First one is good.
It's like sometimes in boxing, it's not just one punch that results in a knockout. It's kind of an accumulation of blows. That was the case on that technical foul call.
Yeah, eventually, the scales get tipped. Brown hit both free throws, pushes Hutchinson's total to 80. Dragons lead at 80-44. Ball comes into Harrell. Harrell off to Daniels. Daniels, Dragons have done a pretty good job on him. Now Harrell has it. Harrell almost lost it. Gets it on the wing. Now it comes up high. Daniels drives. Can't get a shot up. Goes back for a long, long three.
Oh, he made it.
Mercy. That one came from pretty close to 30 feet by Harrell, and it is good. 80-47. Clock working toward the 4-minute mark. Brown drives, tries to dish it, and Othiambo can't handle. Went through his hands. Good idea by Brown. And at the other end, a little runner is good. Scored by Lloyd Daniels. He has 12, headed towards, but quite a ways yet from his season average of 19. 80-49, Dragons. Jacobs lobs inside. Othiambo can't finish. Didn't get quite high enough. The ball comes off to Murray State. Reverse lay-in doesn't go. Perkins rebounds for Hutch. He's done a nice job of getting rebounds. Gives it off to Brown. Brown races back the other direction. Swings it down in the corner to Komisoko, who backs it out. Now drives into the paint all the way to the glass. Missed it. Othiambo missed the follow. Got his own rebound. Got fouled. And Fred will shoot a couple of free throws.
Earlier, I was going to share with our listeners that I have Fred in business class. There are tables in the room. The students don't sit at desks. They sit at tables. And after Fred completed his quiz to turn it in, he just stepped over the entire table like it was a pencil. The whole class stopped and was in awe of how he was able to just step over that table like it was nothing.
I don't know Fred personally, but he seems like a nice kid.
He is a nice young man.
It is easy to forget when you look at somebody that stands out there at 7 foot tall. They're kids. They're 18, 19 years old.
That's right.
Free throw by Othiambo bounces in. 7 for Fred in the game.
He spells his name O-D like it would be Odiambo, but he made it very clear to both Darren Dunn and me that, no, there is no D sound. It's Othiambo.
And he makes 2 free throws.
So I wanted to ask him, what about the D in Fred?
Some questions are just as well left unasked.
I'll ask him that later.
Long 3 is way off the mark and out of bounds. Ill-advised shot taken by Kyle Murray, although he's made a couple of threes in this game. Dragons cruising 82-49, clock working toward 3 minutes to play. Dragons up the floor in the corner to Mitchell, and a 3-point try rattles out. Kyle Murray the rebound for Murray State.
3 minutes remaining in this one.
Almost a travel up front. Didn't get called. Free throw line jumper is good. Pretty free throw line shot by Tosh Taylor. First name T-O-C-H-E. Not sure I've ever seen that before. Inside it goes to Perkins. Perkins muscles up. A hook shot doesn't go. A follow shot is good, though, by Malik Jacobs. Jacobs has 10. 2.5 to play, 84-51. Coach Eck told me, he said, I don't want to see another game in which we give up 81 points. I would think he'd be pretty happy with this one in that regard. Aggressive defense by Perkins, a little too aggressive, and Perkins will pick up a foul.
Very seldom has Murray State College gotten a very easy look to score on. The Dragons' defense has been very good.
No free throws. Ball inbounded by the Aggies. They weave it out front. Now the pass to the wing is deflected. Goes out of bounds. They'll play it in with 13 to shoot. Forecourt on the right side.
Many of the shots made by the Aggies, high degree of difficulty.
Ball inbounded out front to Goro, who plays with 4 fouls. Now drive down the right side of the lane, pull-up jump from 10 is good. Nice, pretty shot, Lloyd Daniels. 84-53. Inside 2 minutes to play. For the Blue Dragons, a free throw line shot is good. Malik Jacobs, you know, he gets his points quietly.
He's so stylish. Everything he does is so smooth.
There's a foul on a drive to the basket. It'll go on the Blue Dragons. Tyler Brown, his second. But it will result in free throws. 1-1. There won't be a and one because the first one no good. Singleton rebounds the miss. Dragons have the ball, leading by 33 with 1.5 minutes to play. Out front, Mitchell. Now Tyler Brown on the left side. Rolls it inside to Perkins, and Perkins backing in. Well, I don't know. Going to the floor, taking a tumble, was Adam Gurrow. He's a stout kid. There was contact. I'm not saying it was a bad call, but we might have seen a little bit of a dive, too.
A little bit. Gurrow did have good position, though. You have to give him credit for his footwork.
Daniels drives, tries to dish it inside. Dragons get a steal. They get an outlet and an open run to the basket for a flush from DJ Mitchell. Mitchell now has 10. 60 seconds to play in a game, 88-53 Dragons. Hutchinson and Labette tomorrow afternoon. A long three-pointer, missed everything. Kyle Murray made a couple of those early in the second half, and that was kind of an unguided missile. Blue Dragons have it. Send that to Kim Jilung. Dragons have it in the corner. Tyler Brown back out front. Now cross court. Dragons being a little bit patient with it. The 2 away from 90. Singleton drives. Singleton to the basket. Got it blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Hutch to play in. 8 to shoot. 28 seconds left in our basketball game.
See if the Dragons can get a score and hit that 90-point mark.
And instead they throw it away. Taken away by Murray. Up the floor and an easy lay-in by Lloyd Daniels. Daniels has 16. And we'll see if the Dragons.
I think they'll.
I think the Dragons want to score one more. We'll see. Or will they dribble it away?
I think they're just going to hold it because there is no shot clock.
All right. Dragons are going to win this one comfortably. Hutchinson moves to 6-0 on the basketball season. Our final in El Dorado. Hutchinson 88. Murray State 55. Workmanlike performance by the Blue Dragons as they take care of business again and move to a perfect 6-0. We'll take a couple of minutes and be back with the Medicine Shop game capsule. And remember, stay with us. Our visit with Hutchinson coach Steve Eck still on the agenda.
No time to fix breakfast? Just call us at Anchor Away 662